Hello everyone. I welcome you all to the 212th meeting of TMCL. And so starting with the today's meeting theme, traveling. It leaves you speechless, then turns you into a storyteller. It is a very famous quote by a very famous traveler, Ibn Battuta. So I would request Toastmasters and guests to fasten your seatbelts, turn on your cameras, and keep your mics ready to share your traveling stories today on the way as we'll go on this amazing virtual trip to Bhutan. So I am SAA Ajanta and uh, my duty is to get you all informed with the rules that we follow in online meetings. So, our mission is to provide a conducive, supportive, and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self confidence and personal growth. General directions for online sessions are first, we ensure that you're logged in with your correct name. It will help us to identify you easily. All speakers or role takers are requested to add the name of their role next to their name. All the guests are requested to prefix guest before their name. It can be done by clicking to the participants tab to rename yourself. Know when your camera is on and avoid doing any activity that may distract the speaker. Please mute your microphone except when it's your turn to speak to avoid background noises from interrupting the meeting. And please unmute your microphone and start your video when the Toastmaster of the day or the table topic master asks you to do so. And let the host and co host handle all the controls. Now, few essay guidelines are refrain from speaking about religion, sex, and politics in a derogatory manner. Avoid interjecting the speaker when he or she is delivering a speech, evaluation, or report. Avoid conversations in chat publicly when someone is speaking, as it may distract the speaker. Please raise your hand to volunteer during table topic session to speak. And look out for green, yellow, and red colored cards on the screen. They will be displayed by the timer at the appropriate times. And at the end of every segment, please cast a ballot when the host displays the polls on the screen. Now, these are the end of the guidelines, and I would like to invite someone who is a finance professional with a foundation in investment banking and venture capital, currently working as an investment analyst. Beyond spreadsheets and term sheets, he is passionate about public speaking, storytelling, and personal growth. He currently serves as Area 3 Director and was a district level finalist in the international speech contest. When not analyzing startups or crafting speeches, he's exploring podcasts, curating playlists, or lost in a good book. He believes communication is the most underpriced leadership skill, and Toastmasters is where he sharpens it. So now I would request you all to please give a huge round of applause to Toastmaster Nikhil, our presiding officer of the day. Toastmaster Nikhil, the stage is yours.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Ajanta, for briefing us about the for briefing us about the rules of this meeting. And thank you so much for starting this meeting on such an enthusiastic note. Thank you so much, everyone, for taking your time to be part of this meeting. And I welcome you all to 212th meeting of Toastmasters Club of Lucknow. I would like to request everyone to please switch on the cameras if possible. And before I move forward, I would like to, we have our guest in our meeting today. So I would like to go to our guest, Mr. Ravi Kumar, and would request you to please give a brief introduction about you, sir. You are on mute, sir.
Yeah, good afternoon to all fellow Toastmasters. I am part of Sattvic Toastmasters and I'm joined from Tirupati. I'm working for a company called Amara Raja, which is known for Amaran batteries. I head the HR for a couple of companies. One is Mangal Industries Limited and Kallapur. group two of the companies. I head the HR as such, and I'm a HR professional as such. And thank you, this Toastmasters Club for to be part of, to learn from each one of you. And I'm eager to learn as well as to share in case if I can be able to. Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Ravi, for taking your time to be a part of this meeting. And I, on behalf of Toastmasters Club of Lucknow, welcome you to our meeting. Speaking of Hamara Raja, I'm very much, I can relate to this company since while I was very actively investing, this was one of the companies on my wish list. And I used on my watch list, actually, I used to track it every now and then. So again, so thank you so much. And we have another guest, Mr. Manoj, who has joined. Mr. Manoj, please give a brief intro about yourself.
Hi, everybody. Happy evening to each one of you. I'm a member of Spare Wizards Toastmasters Club. Happy being here.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Manoj. And you are a familiar face in Toastmasters Club of Lucknow's meeting. So thank you once again for attending our meeting. Now, coming to our today's theme, obviously, traveling is something that we all enjoy and something that I don't think there's any person in this world who do not want to travel. And just since even recently, I myself had an opportunity to visit a place I was for a long time waiting to visit, and honestly, it didn't turn out to be one of the finest trips that I have ever had. But again, again, traveling is something that we all can relate to. Traveling is something we all we have our own wish list, our own bucket list that we want to travel here, we want to travel there, and just like that, our team on today would be discussing one of his trips that. Yeah, that he treaded very recently, and because of which he actually missed a few meetings that I still have to discuss with him. And but again, since when we were discussing about the idea of this of today's meeting, and he came up with this thing that he can share the insights, the experiences that he had during his trip. And it turned out to be actually a very nice idea, and that's how we decided a theme for this meeting. So with that, I would like to hand over the stage to our Toastmaster of the day. Toastmaster, just a second. So Toastmaster Tanmay, a passionate graphic designer with a flair for visual storytelling. Tanmay brings creative spark wherever he goes with a keen eye for design and a growing interest in public speaking. He joined Toastmasters to not only refine his communication skills, but also to step out of his comfort zone and grow as a confident speaker and leader. He believes in the power of meaningful connections and is excited to be part of a vibrant community that fosters growth, learning, and collaboration. With that, I would hand over the stage to our Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Tanmay. Toastmaster Tanmay, the stage is all yours.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Nikhil, for the wonderful introduction. And yes, we do have to catch up with the missing meetings. We'll do that in the coming weeks. I hope my voice and my camera is clearly visible as well as audible. If you can all show a thumbs up. Okay.
Probably, I mean, your voice is clear, completely clear, but there's some reflection, on your face.
Is my camera also clearly visible?
Yeah, your camera, I mean, it's fine. It's fine. We can, just be a little bit. There's just some reflection coming over the screen, so that's why I said if you can adjust your camera. Yes, much better now. Much better. Yeah.
Okay. So how is everyone? Toastmaster Manvi, yes, Ravi Kumar, our counter Ananya Bansal. How is everyone? Would anybody like to share their stories or anything related to traveling? Like if you have any country in your wish list Toastmaster Archita.
Hi, Toastmaster. Very good evening,
Hi.
everyone.
Good
I
evening.
don't have any country in my wish list, but lots of states. I
Okay.
am planning to go to Rajasthan, then sometimes Kerala. So I also love traveling.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful. I'm staying in Rajasthan, so I have explored a bit of it. It's a great place. I'm sure you'd like it.
Yes.
Okay. So let's begin this meeting. Let me begin with a question that I'm asking to all of you here. If you could pack your bags right now and fly to any city, state, country in the world, which one would you choose? Please raise your virtual hand, or you can also use the chat box to answer. But raising the virtual hand and unmuting would be preferred. So, anybody who'd like to answer? Okay, we have Toastmaster Manoj with us. Toastmaster Manoj, yes, go ahead.
If I could pack my bag and start flying away, I'll come back to the place where I'm starting from. I think that's the best place. I'm here now. So nowhere to go. But yes, if you ask me which country I would like to visit, the country you are going to share with us your experience. That's what made me come over here to hear you.
Oh, okay. That's wonderful. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Manoj. So, where are you based actually currently? In which city or which place?
I generally was at Dehradun for pretty long time. Currently in my hometown, Bhubaneswar. After 2
Oh,
weeks, I'll be back to Dehradun and from there to my final location, Ahmedabad.
oh, that's wonderful. Thank you so much for sharing. Anybody else who'd like to share their um, answer with all of us? We have Toastmaster Manvi with us. Toastmaster Manvi, go ahead.
Thank you so much, Mr. Tanmay. If I would be given an opportunity to pack my bags right now, I have two places to visit. First is I am fascinated by Northern Lights, and I actually want to see those Northern Lights, so I would love to visit there. And the second thing that has my soul every single time I visit there is the hill stations, especially towards the snowy side of that specific part. So
Mhm.
no specific location, no specific country, but these two things is something that I actually want to do. So I would love to go and witness both of these.
Oh, that's great. Northern Lights are near Finland, if I am correct. So that's a beautiful place you can definitely visit. And yeah, Indian mountains and hilly regions are already a place worth visiting. So you can definitely visit. Okay.
If
So
I given
anybody?
a chance, if I given
Yeah.
a chance to pack up the bags and
Mhm.
then go on, the place called Munnar. Munnar is
Oh,
a place,
Munnar. Yeah.
yeah, in Kerala. I mean, it is a district. I mean, Kerala, Munnar district, where you will find the pleasant nature of trees, as well as you will find the good tea estates,
Mm-hmm.
and you'll also see the little mountains, which is a reflection of. Um, it is called Little London. So
Okay.
you have a best experiences while in the journey from the downs to up to the Munar's hills, around 45 kilometers.
Mm.
So you will have a pleasant, which the place I at least once in 2 years I try to go.
So you are regularly visiting, so that's wonderful. It's great. I haven't been to Munnar, but my parents have visited, but they visited long back, around 20 years back. So they suggested that it was a great place. So when I get the chance, I'll definitely visit. Thank you so much for sharing, guest Ravi Kumar.
Thank you.
Okay. So, today I'm going to take you not on a flight, but on a journey, a short and sweet journey to a tiny Himalayan kingdom known by the name of Bhutan, where happiness is measured more and considered more important than money, in the sense that the entire country is checked like here in India we have GDP, right? They have GDH, gross uh, GDH, gross domestic happiness. So that was one interesting take that I really loved. Apart from this, the city or the country has mountains that touch the clouds, and monasteries are also there, which cling to the cliffs as if they were grown there by nature itself. We are also going to witness few images that I clicked at that place, and the place I'm talking about is Bhutan. So let's proceed with our meeting, and our theme, the best of Bhutan. So Bhutan, when I stayed in Bhutan, I stayed for around 1 week. It was a short and simple journey. If I have to describe the journey and the process, it was quite different. Like we reached Delhi airport, and from Delhi airport we took our flight. It was a 3 hour flight to Bagdogra, a place in West Bengal. Near Siliguri. And from Bagdogra till Bhutan, like India border, there was a bus journey of around 4 hours. So we had to travel through the bus to reach Bhutan. It was not direct flight. And once we reached there, there was a process of immigration where our passports were verified, all our documents were verified, and our luggage was checked. And after that, we got the opportunity to enter Bhutan. So this was the whole process of entering Bhutan. And once we entered, the weather, the one thing that I really loved was the weather there. It was a combination of, let's say, what two cities or which city? For example, guest Ravi Kumar, you have visited Munnar, right? So if we combine Munnar and Bangalore or Bengaluru, we get the Bhutanese, like the weather of Bhutan. It is so pleasant there. Yeah. So definitely, it's a beautiful place to visit, and it definitely taught me a lot of things. I got to learn a lot of things just from observation. Uh, that true progress is not just about economic growth; it is about balance. Balance between our traditions as well as the current modern trends and everything that are going on, between nature and human needs, and between material wealth and inner well-being. And just like in a Toastmasters meeting, Bhutan also celebrates harmony, balance, and happiness. Before I proceed further, I'd like to call our general evaluator for the day, Toastmaster Manvi, to guys
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Tanmay, for introducing me. I believe during the introduction and while calling, has some technical issues, so I'll take it forward from here. And I'm really sorry I'll not be able to come on camera because I do not have electricity at my place today. But being the general evaluator of the meeting, my specific role would be to witness what exactly happens throughout the meeting. May it be good, may it be not so good, wherein we can improve. And I alone cannot do it, obviously. So in this situation, I do have a team wherein in my team I also have evaluator of the speaker. Along with that, I do have tag team, or should I say tag L team, wherein I have timer who will be looking after the time, a counter, grammarian, and listener. So today, the timer of the meeting is Toastmaster Alex. Toastmaster Alex is an easygoing, curious person who enjoys learning new things and taking on challenges. Outside of work, he loves playing badminton, meeting new people, and exploring ideas. I would love to call Toastmaster Alex on stage to please briefly describe your role.
Uh, Thank you, Toastmaster Manvi. Hope you can hear me properly.
Yes, you are clearly audible.
So I'm the timer of the day, so I'll be responsible to keep track of time taken by various speakers and role players. So there are two sections to this meet. First is the prepared speech. Another is table topics each, and I'll show a green card at 5 minutes, yellow card at 6 minutes, and the red card at 7 minutes. There is a grace period of 30 seconds for table talks. Each encouraged to speak for 1 to 2 minutes. I will show the green card at red card at 2 minutes, and you have a grace period of 30 seconds for 2 minutes 30 seconds, and the red card at 3 minutes. There is a grace period of 30 seconds, and any speaker who finish before or after the grace period will not be considered for the evaluation. And I will be submitting the report at the end of this meet. Thank you. That's from me.
Thank you so much for the brief introduction to Toastmaster Alex. If I may request, can you please give a demo as well how you will be showing the cards you mentioned about?
Yeah, I'll give you the demo. Hope you can see my screen.
Yes, I
So
can see
this
the
is the
green
green
card.
card. In table topic, I'll be presenting it for 1 minute, and yellow one for 1.5, and this red one after 3 minutes. Sorry, it's 2 minutes.
Thank thank you so much. And these cards will vary according to the timing. For example, the prepared speech I got to know is of different timings, so these cards will be shown accordingly. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Alex, for sharing the brief about your role. Now, coming to the second role player, that is the AHA counter. And today, the AHA counter role has been played by Toastmaster Ananya Bansal. If I talk about her, she is someone I know from, I believe, couple of years now. She currently is pursuing her MBA from Thapad University. Someone who has been at different X compositions, made be president and other X compositions in our institutional club. Toastmaster Ananya, can we have you on stage to briefly describe your role, please?
Thank you, Toastmaster Manvi. So today I am the counter. I will be noting the words in the meeting which I will be hearing like well, but, So, and I will also listen the filler words, including I will also note when speaker repeats a word or a phrase such as I or this means. At the end of the meeting, I will report the number of times that that each speaker used these expressions. Thank you, Toastmaster.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Ananya, for sharing a brief about your role. Now, coming to the grammarian. Grammarian is Toastmaster Akshat. Toastmaster Akshat is a seasoned technology manager and a tech enthusiast who hails from vibrant city of Lucknow. He spent his formative years in Lucknow, deeply connecting with its rich culture. His extensive experience in managing cutting edge technology projects and his wavering passion for the innovation make him an invaluable addition to our Toastmasters family. Toastmaster Akshat, can we have you on stage to please briefly describe about your role?
Thank you, Toastmaster Manvi. I hope my voice is loud and clear. The bandwidth on my side is not that great. That's why I've kept my cam in a switched off mode. So I am the grammarian for today. As a grammarian, I will be noticing how the different contestants speak, and I would look at whether their usage and whether their speeches actually conform to the rules of the English language. So I would be noticing everyone for the grammatical mistakes, and also at the same time highlight good usages and not so good usages. So with that, I would share my screen to let you know the word of the day and the phrase of the day, and all of you are encouraged to use the word of the day and phrase of the day as and when you get an opportunity to use them, especially during speeches and for any conversations that we do in general throughout the meeting. So I would be sharing my screen. Let me know when it is visible to you. Is it visible now? Yes. So
Yes, it
the word
is.
of the word of the day is magnanimous, which means showing or suggesting a lofty and courageous spirit. So that is magnanimous. It's an adjective, and it's used so you could see the usage below, and the usage is despite losing, he was magnanimous in congratulating his opponent. So when you maintain a generous outlook despite not so good situations, you are considered as magnanimous. A good example is the kind of behavior we see on the cricket field when two captains, despite one losing and one winning, they are ready to handshake with one another. So they are being magnanimous in the occasion. So that is the word of the day. Now moving to phrase of the day, the phrase of the day is on the same page, which means to have a shared understanding or agreement. And the usage of the word is before we present to the client, let's make sure that we are on the same page. So in a situation in which you have to meet someone who is a difficult persona or a person who's senior to you, you would ensure that you and your peers are on the same page before you approach that person. So that's the word and phrase of the day. I would be shortly typing that across in the chat window. Thank you, and over to you, Toastmaster Manvi. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Akshat, for sharing a brief about your role and also sharing the word and phrase of the day. Now, coming to the last but not the least role taker of my Taggle team, that is listener or active listener. This role today is played by Toastmaster Ajanta. She is a research scholar. She hails again from Lucknow, currently living in Guwahati, pursuing a PhD in computer science. Toastmaster Ajanta has a keen interest in drawing, crafting, and jamming. Toastmaster Ajanta, can we have you on stage to please briefly describe about your role?
Thank you, TM Manvi. So, as a active listener, My role today is to demonstrate that attentive listening is just as crucial as speaking in communication and leadership. So, I will be listening to every speaker today, but with a special focus on taking note on of interesting tidbits, key messages, and any other points that stand out. I'll try to put aside distractions and give each speaker my full attention, showing respect for their message and perspective. So, towards the end of the meeting, when called upon by the general evaluator, I will ask a few questions to the audience or speakers to highlight key takeaways and test our collective attention. So this is my role, and I would encourage everyone to listen carefully to each other's speeches and to recognize the value of active listening. So over to you, General Evaluator Man.
Thank you so much for sharing how exactly listening is important and how exactly you will be testing our listening skills towards the end of the meeting. With this, I will be back with my Tagger team towards the last session, that is the evaluation session. In the meantime, I'll give the stage back to Toastmaster Tanmay for further proceedings. Toastmaster Tanmay, the stage is all yours.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Manvi and the tag team for such a wonderful and clear introduction to the roles as well as guiding us. We'll meet you in the final segment. Okay, now before I proceed with the next segment, I'd like to share few images and videos of my journey uh, and with all of you. And even before that, I'd like to ask a question to all of you. If you know uh, who is like in our country, the prime minister is the head and manages and controls most of the aspects and important activities of our country, right? So, who do you think is like who rules Bhutan? Does anybody know? Anyone?
Is the king over there?
Yes, absolutely correct. Uh, the royal family of Bhutan uh, rules the country, and their king, whose name is His Majesty Jigme Khesar Namgyel Wangchuk, is the current king of Bhutan, and he lovingly cares and takes care of his country. And yeah, I wanted to meet him, but meeting him was very difficult, so I didn't get an opportunity, sadly. But yeah, it must be worth meeting him. So someday maybe I get a chance. Anyways, so he as per the stories that I heard by the locals, he was often seen walking on the streets, talking directly to the villagers, students, farmers to build connection. And his wife is Her Majesty Jetson Pema, who is often called the like just like Princess Diana, she's also called Queen of Hearts, and together they represent not just royalty but a living example of compassion, simplicity, and service, unrelenting service. Okay. Now, I'd like to, I guess I'm not able to see anybody. Any reason? Guys, could you turn on your camera if it is possible? Let's make the meeting more engaging, shall we? Okay. Mm. So I'll share the images now. There were lots of things to capture, but I was able to capture only few. I hope you can see my screen. So, are you able to see the screen?
Not, not yet.
Not visible?
It is visible, Toastmaster. Then maybe we can see your WhatsApp, but
Okay. So I'll just take a moment to fix this issue so that all of you can see the images and videos. In the meantime, I'd like to call. I'd like to begin the first like the segment of the evening. Okay. So yeah. Bhutan is home to the mighty Tiger's Nest Monastery, which we climbed, and it is perched on a high cliff, and it is a symbol of courage and perseverance. Starting from the base camp till the monastery, it was a 10-hour journey coming up and down, but it was worth it. And just like climbing to the Tiger's Nest, preparing a speech requires dedication, effort, and the courage to share your story. Let's now begin the prepared speech segment and call the evaluator for the first speaker of the evening, who will take us on their own journeys of courage through their prepared speeches. So, Toastmaster Nikhil, I'd like to invite you to the stage and share the objectives of your speaker's speech. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Tanmay. So I would be evaluating is level 4, project 1 of Toastmaster Akshat Pandey's speech. And his project is managing a difficult audience. The purpose of this project is for the member to practice the skills needed to address audience challenges when he presents outside of the Toastmasters club. So there will so basically there will be some. Am I audible or not? Yeah. So there will be some disruptions that will be made during his speech, and he will have to deliver his speech and encountering those disruptions. And this is a very unique project that he would be doing. So I would request the audience to be magnanimous and create some disruptions so that he can achieve the objective of his speech. And also would request Toastmaster Akshat to take all the disruptions positively and go ahead with your speech. With respect to this speech, I would like to highlight for the timer that this speech will be a 10 to 15-minute speech, and you will have to show the green card at the end of 10th minute, yellow card at 12 minutes 30 seconds, and red card at 15 minutes. I hope the timings are clear, Toastmaster Alex.
Yes, it's clear. Thank you, Toastmaster Nikhil.
Yes, and with that, I would like to hand over the stage back to our Toastmaster.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Nikhil, for the wonderful introduction of our speaker and for promptly describing his speech objectives. I'd like to now invite our first speaker, the prepared speaker for the evening, Toastmaster Akshat. So Toastmaster Akshat is a seasoned technology manager and a tech enthusiast who hails from the vibrant city of Lucknow. Toastmaster Akshat spent his formative years in Lucknow, deeply connecting with its rich culture and dynamic tech community. His extensive experience in managing cutting edge technology projects and his unwavering passion for innovation makes him an invaluable addition to both the organization that he's working with as well as our Toastmasters community. So all the best to you, Toastmaster Akshat. I'd like to invite you, and now here's the speech title. Toastmaster Akshat. Simply Khichdi Cloud Kitchen. Toastmaster Akshat. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Tanmay, for inviting me on stage. So, welcome everyone. This is my level 4 project 1, which is about basically, it's about creating a project plan about an event or an initiative that I'm interested in, even if that's a hypothetical project or an event, and walk you all through with what I have in mind, and also at the same time walk you through with some sort of a project plan and what and how I am planning to approach it. So while working on this, I had a few things in mind. I come from the tech sector. So the easiest option for me would have been something to pick up from the tech domain. But just because these days I'm spending a lot of time thinking about some other business ideas, especially something new that is happening all around me, and especially programs like Shark Tank and events around startups. I thought that, let's talk about a project, or let's talk about an event that is outside of my domain of expertise. So I decided about talking about an initiative about a cloud kitchen. So as you all would know, cloud kitchen is the talk of the town these days. And amongst all the entrepreneurship initiatives, a lot of people are showing interest in cloud kitchens. And why cloud kitchen? Well, when you talk of a startup, you could talk of so many things. But if you talk about a cloud kitchen, I feel that people who are passionate about cooking, people who cook for leisure, and people who in general want to cook and serve others, cloud kitchen is the option to take. Well, I belong to a generation in which some of my friends decided to start a restaurant, and some people decided to start a takeaway counter. But when you talk about a restaurant or when you talk about a takeaway counter, you are primarily talking about opening something in a busy marketplace. So when you have to rent a place in a busy marketplace, you are talking about a lot of investment upfront that you need to do. So I decided to kind of exclude restaurants and takeaway counters that require you to have something in a very prime location. So that leaves us with the idea of working on a cloud kitchen. So as you see today, when you order your food on, let's say, the Swiggy or the Zomato, you need not have a very expensive place wherein you have your kitchen or wherein you have your restaurant. You can just operate from the comfort of your house and look at opening a cloud kitchen. So here I am thinking about a hypothetical cloud kitchen. It's not on the ground per se, but I assume that once I present this to you, there would definitely be some interest and some curiosity, and maybe some of you might be on board with me to start a cloud kitchen. So let me share my screen with all of you as I walk you through with what I have in mind. Is my screen visible to everyone?
Yes, it is.
And can you see Simply Khichdi written on the slide?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. Okay. So here I am welcoming you all to this cloud kitchen concept that I'm talking about, and which is nothing but it's called Simply Khichdi, right? Let me move on to the first slide. Simply Khichdi is going to be a cloud kitchen that probably would start off from the comfort of my house, or it could be a rented place, but very close in my vicinity. And the idea of starting Simply Khichdi stems from the fact that I want to pilot a cloud kitchen that would be serving 3 varieties of khichdi within a radius of 3 to 4 kilometers. The goal is to test demand for a single dish, comfort food, with a lean setup before expanding. Now, why khichdi? We have so many people out here, and I can see Toastmaster Nikhil. Once in a while, when we are fed up of all the food that we are eating outside, our last resort is a food that is not very demanding on our bodies. And khichdi is something that could be the default food for many of us. Typically, we consume khichdi when we are not keeping well. We like to consume khichdi when we are bored of the late night parties and we are bored of eating a lot of starters and appetizers. That's when we are looking for a khichdi. And when you have had a lot of weekends when you partied, there would be a quiet weekend when you would simply want to have a khichdi, have a novel or a book in hand, and just relax through the weekend. So that's when you could resort to Simply Khichdi, right? The only thing that I see is that khichdi has never been marketed in ways in which this would appeal to the customers. Now, when we talk of customers, what is the target that I am looking at? So I am looking at the target of customers who are typically office goers like Toastmaster Nikhil, who are looking for some peace, some structure to their living. And obviously, if you're not eating home cooked food, you would want to have some food options that are soothing, that are mouth watering, and still at the same time give you that value for money. So this is Simply Khichdi, a cloud kitchen that I am proposing. Now, just because this is a project plan, I also need to let you know, like, what are the things that I have in store and how am I going to achieve it. So basically, as I spoke to you about the purpose, so the purpose is clear. So I'm going to rent a shared kitchen space. I would buy a few cooking equipments that are necessary to get me through with 3 varieties of khichdi. And as you know, khichdi is very light on raw materials. So the only thing that I need to have is rice, lentils, some vegetables and spices. All right. For now, I'm going to target delivery platforms like Swiggy and Zomato and some social media presence. And with the kind of talent that we have in Toastmasters, I think we could definitely create a social media handle with the help of some of our Toastmaster friends. Okay. This is on the right side, you see the budget that could be worked out. You could have a kitchen rental. You could have ingredients that would cost you 10,000 rupees. You could have packaging, which could be 5,000 per month. We would go ahead with some very basic packaging, and we would try to avoid use of single-use plastics. There would be definitely need for creating some marketing flyers. But I am hopeful that just because I would be targeting my customers in a range of 3 to 4 kilometers, my marketing plus packaging need not be very expensive. There would be some contingency in the budget that would be of around 2,000 rupees. And in total, I am targeting or keeping my purse at 35,000 rupees. So that's my budget. Now, as when we talk of a project, I would be going with a very basic minimalistic project plan. And the key deliverables would be that the menu should have 3 varieties of khichdi. The kitchen setup and the delivery app needs to be registered. It should have branded eco-friendly packaging. It should have an online presence with customer engagement. And the first 200 orders milestone is what I'm looking at, right? How would I go about achieving these milestones? Well, I have a 4-week and probably a month or so of horizon in mind, in which I would be planning things week per week in the order that is shown on your screens. So week 1, I will be finalizing some recipes and portion sizes. Week 2, I would have a kitchen setup ready, and plus my cloud kitchen registered on the apps. Week 3 would be about mm, doing a trial run with people in my vicinity, people who are, my trusted ones who can let me know an honest feedback. And around week 4, I would be having an official launch, which would be within the radius of 3 to 4 kilometers. And well, month 2 may be thinking about month 2 right now might be very far-fetched, but basically reaching 200 orders would be something that I would want to target. So far we are looking at these milestones. Shall I proceed or wait for someone? Any questions so far?
So Toastmaster, what do you think would be the investment that you'd be requiring for this?
So Toastmaster Nikhil, just because any startup these days starts in a bootstrap model, right? So I would have to loosen my purse to work on this. So what I see is that, even though my budget is right now estimated at 35,000 rupees, I plan to, and because the premises that I would be hosting this on is going to be my home. So I would be spending saving a lot of money on that. And therefore, I think I would be able to manage it within a 1 lakh of budget. That's what I see right now.
Okay.
All right. So now I would move on to the next slide. Any good project is of no use unless and until you have good team members to work on that, right? A project is no project if that project just has a project manager and no one else. So in this project, I envision that I would need 3 to 4 people to run the show. So I would move on to the next slide, which is about hiring a head cook. So the head cook is going to be a very intrinsic member of my cloud kitchen. And for that, I would be interested in only people who are passionate about cooking and cooking simple stuff. So the head cook, I would entrust him with finalizing the menu. And this needs to be done by the end of first week. And the menu, once it has been finalized in the first week, the rest of the things would only take place after the head cook has kind of delivered. So week 1 is about just focusing on the head cook. I am very sure that if I do a poll out here, a lot of you would be interested in being the head cook. So the head cook would be someone, and just because this is a startup, the head cook is going to be someone who is a trusted friend or a trusted partner who would be ready to take up this opportunity. All right. Now coming to the next role that we would require a kitchen assistant who would be responsible for preparing the ingredients, who would assist in cooking, and who would also look at managing the packaging. All right. And the milestone for this is basically, that person should be in a position to start the trial run. And this has to be achieved in parallel to the head cook. And the deadline for this is week 3. All right. Now moving on to 2 more roles that I would be looking at. Unfortunately, we would be requiring a delivery partner, and I don't think we can have an in-house delivery partner. So we would be trusting someone like a Swiggy and Zomato. I know that the kind of commission that they charge is around 20 to 30%, but we have no option but to enlist ourselves on Swiggy and Zomato, knowing that their outreach is quite huge and they are well recognized within the market. So the deadline to be onboarded in a platform like Swiggy and Zomato is by the end of week 4, right? And the 4th role that I would have in mind is a marketing volunteer, someone who would help us out with creating a social media page, post photos, collect feedback. And just because this is about khichdi, I feel that we would We would like to do live preparations of khichdi and post it through reels on YouTube videos. And also sometimes, a real-time recording of the khichdi, which is, under preparation, just like you have live counters in restaurants. So this also has to be targeted by week 2, right? And the target is that we should have an Instagram page live with only 100 followers by the end of this deadline. So this is the overall project plan, a 4-week project plan, followed by a next month target. And this is what I would be proposing to all of you, and also would like you to be onboarded in being a part of this initiative. Yes. All right, so I have Toastmaster Manvi raising her hand. Yes, Manvi.
Yes, Toastmaster Akshat, when it comes to khichdi, and if I have to order something online, especially from the cloud kitchen or something, why will I prefer khichdi over pizzas and all those things? Because khichdi is a specific food that I only will prefer when I am not well. Then why
Yes,
khichdi?
Toastmaster Manvi, that's a very valid concern. But as I said at the start of this presentation, that based on my research and based on my survey, I find a sizable lot of people who are fed up of eating the outside food. And typically, if I look at my area around my residence, there are a few engineering and management colleges and a few organizations, and people of these organizations have no option other than the chai ki tapri outside, plus some high-end barbecue nation types outlets, in which they kind of, once in a while it's fine, once in a while the pizza works, but they are looking for some sumptuous, healthy food. But I do see you as my prospective customer, and I won't want to anger you. So probably with some social media initiative, I would like to onboard you and bring you into believing that khichdi is a good food for you, and probably would like to, woo you through some khichdi recipes that, have some elements of pizza, though I know it's far-fetched, sounds far-fetched right now, but sooner or later we would have you as a potential customer. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Akshat.
Thank you.
Toastmaster
Yes,
Akshat.
Toastmaster Man.
Okay, I would like to join you as the cook. How much are you going to pay me? Why do I say that? Because my mind is always in the clouds, and I prepare a lot of good khichdi outside the kitchen, of course. So what would be the pay?
So basically, just as we do it for a lot of salaried opportunities, your payment would be subject to a fixed income, obviously, and in addition to that, you would have an incentive based salary, which would depend upon the kind of revenues or the kind of delivery targets that we hit. But starting off, and because Manoj, so basically, as I said at the start, that the head cook is going to be someone who is a trusted ally and someone who kind of shares the same vision that I have. So probably, I don't think I would only have the option of wooing you or kind of onboarding you by the means of salary. Obviously, there would be some shared vision that you would have with me. And I'm pretty sure that, salary would be just one aspect of it. In general, you would be so impressed by the strategies and vision that you would like to be onboarded.
I'm already impressed. So we can sign a deal as soon as possible.
Absolutely. After this call, I would get back to you and let's sign this contract. Yes, so I can see Toastmaster Ajanta.
I wanted to ask the same question like TM Manoj asked regarding the salary. So you have told, you have discussed about that. So the third thing that you were talking about, marketing volunteer, why would anyone want to volunteer with you? Because you are a startup and you have no previous background work uh, when you started. And second thing is that uh, what are the strategies and vision, like you are saying that you have something you want to deliver, but how will you convince the other person to come and work with you?
Yes, so I see your question in two parts. Just as I answered Manoj, right, regarding why would someone be so interested in handling the social media profile? But Toastmaster Ajanta, what I have observed is that, you know, I have done my MBA. So a lot of MBA guys would do a lot of cost benefit analysis. You know, you do it this way, you do it that way. But the fact of the matter is that a lot of people who are into startups or who are starting their own enterprises, they do it out of sheer passion. And the kind of money that they invest in those startups, they obviously they do some mathematics, but primarily it's insane, you know, some bit of insanity that goes into deciding a startup. So let's assume if you were to handle the social media handle, you your so first thing is I need to convince you about the product, which is khichdi in this case. So I'm pretty sure if you like the recipe and if Manoj is going to be our head cook, and if you're impressed by the kind of khichdis that Manoj would be preparing, I'm pretty sure you are going to market that, because if you're talented and if you buy the vision of the khichdi, you will definitely going to market it. Plus, I am also going to retain you by the kind of attractive compensation that I would offer to you. So one line that is very sure I'm going to tell you is that, you know, Toastmaster Ajanta, we offer the best salary that is available in the market, right? And I would provide to you some benchmark salaries that similar cloud kitchen startups would be offering to you. So I'm pretty sure based on this, you would kind of show your some bit of inclination to be a part of this startup. That's how I see it.
But I would say that, like, since it's a startup and kind of a new idea, there are like many startups like this kind of, I would say, they are in the market, and usually it takes like 2 to 3 years or maybe up to 5 to 10 years for the startups to uh, come in a market and do good. So, like, how can you be so sure that you would be able to provide me a salary that is good enough and compared to the benchmark startups that are in the market?
All right. I will give you a Toastmasters example. Why are you in Toastmasters? Right? You are in Toastmasters because there is some growth that you have witnessed in Toastmasters over a period of 5 to 6 months, right? Have you become an accomplished speaker, someone who is at the international level? As of today, no, but you are definitely on that trajectory to become great one day. Whether it happens through Toastmasters or whether it happens to some other medium, that time will tell. But basically, any initiative that can demonstrate to you some bit of growth and you are happy with achieving that growth, I believe that in person you would want to be a part of that initiative. I think that's how most startups work. And as of today, if I can demonstrate to you that growth, and if you get that growth, you would like to be associated with such an initiative. So as I said, some milestones, timely milestones in which you see your growth coming, probably that would make you stick to this initiative. That's how I see it.
Thank you, DMH. That was very well handled.
Thank you. So I think I am done with my presentation. That was all about the Cloud Kitchen initiative. If there are no more questions, I think we can proceed with the rest of the proceedings. All right. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Akshat, for sharing the plan and even answering the questions. Now, I would like to call upon stage the Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Tanmay, to please take the meeting forward. Toastmaster Tanmay, are you there? Okay. I believe he's facing some technical glitches here. So maybe we can go ahead with the second section. That is something that most of the members and guests wait for, the table topic session. And today, the table topic master is Toastmaster Archita. Toastmaster Archita is someone, when I joined TMCL, she was the very first individual who connected with me. The person who briefed about the club, the person who guided in every specific role because she was the VP education at that time. And today she is handling the role of table topic master. And I know whenever she takes up the table topic master role, she comes up with unique questions. So I am waiting for her questions today. Toastmaster Archita, the stage is all yours.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Manvi, for inviting me on a stage. A very good evening, everyone. I am Toastmaster Rashita, as Toastmaster Manvi told you already about me. So I'm the table topic master today. And to start off, I would like to explain a little bit that what table topics are. In table topic segment, I, the table topic master, will give you any random topic on which you have to speak for 1 to 2 minutes, where 1 is the qualifying time, 1 minute is the qualifying time, and 2 is the maximum time. And you will also get a 30 seconds of grace period. Before starting with the table topics, I request all the speaker to use word of the day and phrase of the day shared by our grammarian Toastmaster Akshat in the chat box. So remember using both the words in your speeches. Now, I would like to move forward with our table topics today. And for that, I would like all of you to please raise your hand to volunteer for taking, or I'll select anyone. So anyone who would like to go first can raise your hand. Okay. I can see Toastmaster Ajanta and guest Maru and Toastmaster guest Manoj also. So I'll start with Toastmaster Ajanta. As today our theme was on traveling. So all the table topics are also related to travel only. So Toastmaster Ajanta, first I'd like to go with you. I request the Tech Master to spotlight Toastmaster Ajanta. And yeah, Toastmaster Ajanta, the topic for you is, while traveling, would you like to go to famous places or hidden gems? While traveling, would you like to go to famous places or hidden gems? Toastmaster Ajanta.
Thank you, Toastmaster Archita. So, starting with the traveling, if I would like to go to famous places or to the hidden gems. So, I would like to cover both the places, but for the first, I would see that the hidden places and the famous places, and if the famous places are like very good, since they're famous, so they would be worthy enough of to go and travel over there. So I would like see and divide my time to see which famous place I would have to visit and the other offbeat places which I would have got through recommendations or through like searching over the net. So I would like to tell about one of the trips that I went recently, like last week. So it was a trip to Meghalaya with my college friends. So like the thing was that we covered some famous places also and some offbeat places also in that. So there were a few, since Meghalaya is very famous for waterfalls and caves. So we went to like some of the waterfalls, caves, and there is a lot of scenic beauty where there are viewpoints and you can stand over there and just view, take take the look of the view and you will just admire it. Like you will just stand there and after every minute the scene changes. Some suddenly there are clouds, then the weather would change and it would be sunny and suddenly it would start raining. So this was the thing that happened with us. So the first day we went to Meghalaya, it was a bit hectic because there was some protest going on over there, and we were not aware of that protest. But later on, due to the help of a driver, we like handled that thing and reached safely to the location where we had to stay. But now I would not be able to tell much of the story because I'm moving out of time. So I would wrap it up here and just say that we went to few waterfalls that were hidden. Like one of the waterfall was Bayasadong. It is not very famous. And the other one was Mausamai Caves. It is famous, but at that point of time, it was filled with water. So I would say that it was a very good experience. Thank you, and over to you, TM Archita.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Ajanta, for sharing your story and what would you like to go first. And I can see that you have lots of things to share. Then just one suggestion, you can turn the strip into a speech, and then you would be able to share your experiences better way. Now I'd like to move forward and call our next table topic speaker, guest Maru S. Can you please tell us your name?
Yeah, hello everyone. My name is Toastmaster Marutesh.
Okay, hi Toastmaster Marutesh. I have seen you in earlier meetings of Toastmasters Club of Lucknow. A very welcome once again. Now I'd like to give you one topic, which is again related to the travel. So the topic for you is how to travel responsibly. How to travel responsibly, guest Marutesh. Over to you.
Thank you, table topic master. Yeah, traveling. I have traveled with my family and also traveled with college tour, and also I have traveled some officials tour. Most of the in one of my, the on official tour we have traveled. I have that experience. There are some strategy there because because the tour is there was some old age peoples. Every type of peoples were there. That time they have one strategy because many time when I travel individual, I face difficulty. Like I can adjust with the sometime I can adjust with the hotel or residence, or sometime I can adjust with the vehicles. But most of the time when I go that place, I'll not get a good travel transportation and right guide like that. Many time I have faced. Hence, the most responsibilities we want to plan first only about we want to search the place, which are the tourist place is there, where I want to stay, who will guide us, how we want to travel, like that. Everything we should plan when we go outside. Because when I traveled in Lucknow to Agra, last time I visited. That time I had time. Then I traveled from Lucknow to Agra. That time I came with my family, and I didn't plan the tour because I saw only 3 hours journey is there. Hence I reached after I reached Lucknow. Then I didn't when I go near to the Taj Mahal, it become evening. Hence I came back, and when I came back in the bus, the time I didn't expect because in our place, regional place, family used to travel, but that place there were only gents were there. These are some of the issues we face when we don't plan the tour. Thank you. Back to the tabletop.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster guest Marutesh, for sharing your point of view on planning trips uh, early before the trip. Because yes, I was on the same page once. We have traveled to Mathura without any planning, and we faced uh, lots of adventurous things. So yeah, that's true. We like planned trips are better. Now Thank you so much, guest Marutesh, for sharing your point of view on this. Now I'd like to move forward with our next speaker, Toastmaster guest Manoj. I can see a raise of hand from you. So the topic for you is, what is more important while traveling, people or place? What is more important while traveling, people or the place? Toastmaster Manoj, over to you.
Happy evening, each one of you. Does happiness need to be dependent always on this or that? A place or people? Why can't we combine both? Sometimes life becomes better when you have cloud kitchen serving you khichdi and make a khichdi out of both place and people. People can energize you, energize us, and places, they have their own vibes. Like now, currently, 31st of July, I retired from my service. I hung my boots and uniform. Now people ask me, what is next? Currently, I've come to my hometown, Bhubaneswar. And finally, I'll exit from here, go to the outskirts of Ahmedabad. People ask me, why is that? I said, I do not know. But the place. I booked a flat over there. I went over there after paying everything without seeing the place. And I saw it's a heavenly place on the outskirts, far from the madding crowd. People all like-minded. There is people enjoying their life and counting their days to finally exit from the world. So I said, I'll also be in that line and start enjoying my life, putting life into each second of my existence. Because so far, it was been a rat race. When I look back, I find, I don't know whether I was living or just leading a life of earning and spending. And yes, there'll be people around me to cheer me up in this journey. And of course, the place will be away from the madding crowd so that where I can be with myself. So both the things enriches us, both the place and the people. So let's accept both and enjoy our journey of life. Thank you.
That's a wonderful take, Toastmaster Manoj, on this topic. And I absolutely relate with you that yes, both of them are important, because when we travel, with whom we travel, that also matters. And where we are traveling to, that also matters. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Manoj, once again for sharing your thoughts and point of views with all of us. Now I'd like to move on with our last speaker, because we have really less time left in the meeting. So I can see a raise of hand from Toastmaster Manvi. So Toastmaster Manvi, the topic for you is a stranger who became friend. A stranger who became a friend. Toastmaster Manvi.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Archita. Whenever I talk about friends or hear about friends, the only thing that I usually question myself is how exactly these strangers became so important part of my life, wherein after my family, these people come. Whenever we talk about friends, don't you think they all were strangers at one point or the other, whom we judged, whom we examined, questioned, observed, and then only we allowed that individual to be our friend. The same thing happened wherein we talk about travel and friends, I traveled with my family to a place wherein it was snow all around, and something that fascinates me is hills and snow. Both were there. And if you might have visited any place wherein it is too chill and it is snowy all around, you might know how difficult it is to just climb over when you are trekking, or how difficult it is to even walk at those hills, because snow usually do not allow you to climb. It does not allow you to even walk. At this specific point, there was a tour guide who we didn't hire, who was not aware of who we are, and we were not aware of who that individual is. But being a human, being a kind human, that individual helped not only my family but a number of families out there without even taking a single penny from any of these. Someone, I still remember my father was talking about 2 days back that why don't we visit that specific place and we meet that individual, because nowadays those type of people are hard to find. They might not have, might not know the names, he or she might not be a friend, but that individual played a very important part of my life. So my dear friends, it is not just about people we know, the people who already are our friends, but it is about how we help each other when we are in need or when others are in need. And that is what I personally feel is friendship all about. Toastmaster Archita, who is that one individual who helped you while you were traveling alone? Over to you.
That's true, Toastmaster Manvi, whatever you said in your speech. And I never traveled alone. I always traveled with someone. But yes, there are people who helped us at different point of time. Once in Agra, once in Rishikesh, and yes, obviously in Mathura also. So yeah, that's true that people matters who really are there at times, at hard times especially. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Manvi, for being the last speaker of today's table topic session. Now, I'd like to hand over the stage back to our Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Tanmay. Toastmaster Tanmay, over to you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Archita, for the wonderful table topics session. I hope my voice is audible. Please confirm if I'm clearly visible. Okay,
Yes.
all right. So now I'd like to, as promised before, uh, I'd like to share few glimpses of my trip to Bhutan with all of you. It includes few photos and videos of the place, the culture that they had, the cultural activities that they had, and many more things. So I just share it in a moment. Yes, here it is. I hope you can see my screen. I'm just presenting it. So as you can see here, he's the king of Bhutan, Jigme Khesar Namgyel Wangchuk, and his wife, His Majesty Jetsun Pema. He has visited India several times, and he was also the Republic Day chief guest for one of the parades in the previous decade. This is the first pic that I'm sharing with all of you. It was the administrative office of the King of Bhutan, and it was a fort. And in this fort, there was also a space for a temple, temple. There was a large temple also in which monks used to maintain it and worship Buddha, because in Bhutan, the most popular religion that is followed by the country is Buddhism. There is Hinduism also, but Buddhism is more prominent. So you can see Buddhism and its impact in every aspect of their life, be it the social, cultural, political, and every even clothes. Everything is inspired from Buddhism. Coming to the next place, here I was at a temple. This is another temple. and this was a cafe near a very famous monument in Bhutan, which has 109 stupas representing the Buddhas and worshipping them. So it was a cafe near that, and I really loved this cat. It was so calm and really it was magnanimous in its own way. So yeah. Coming to the next few sliders, as you can see, I had gone with my family, and this was the place where we got to witness the cultural dance forms of Bhutan, and we were also told their significance. The videos are coming, don't worry, I'll also share those also. So yeah, this was the truth, and we clicked a picture with them. Towards the right, this is the Tiger's Nest Monastery, as described in the prepared speech segment. It was a tough climb. If you how much it was? 4 hours, like 6 hours. It took us 6 hours to reach this place, Tiger's Nest, all till to the monastery, and 4 hours to come back, because after like coming down is a bit easier. But it was worth it, and it was a wonderful place. So I must say it was a great place. It was wonderful. Okay, so these are a few visuals of the bus as well as the valley. One song came to my mind when I saw this valley. This valley was covered with clouds all over. So you can actually see the clouds. You can actually go through the clouds when you're in bus. Everything becomes like fog, but it's actually clouds. So this place is the Buddha Point that I'm talking about. It's the largest uh, sitting Buddha statue in the world. And from there, we just click this video, and towards the left is just a sunset from the bus, sunset view from the bus. These are some of the dance forms of Bhutan. If you can see these, they had cultural and spiritual significance, and that is why. So this black one is the yak. Just like a cow, they worship yak. There is a community in Bhutan which worships yak, and because yak serves all their needs, be it milk, be it meat, be it wool. So this they prepared a dance respecting and honoring the yak. So this was in the center. It's that, and towards the left is a ritualistic dance performed by a few important community in Bhutan, and we were told by our guide that you like if you witness this dance, it is considered auspicious because this is usually performed in religious ceremonies in Bhutan. So yeah, it was good. It was quite different. I'm not sure if you're able to hear the video. Can anyone confirm if you're able to hear it, or only the visuals are visible?
Only the visuals, not
Rules
the
are
video.
there, but
Oh, okay. Okay, so that is probably it from my journey. These were the important glimpses that I wanted to share with you all. And overall, it's a beautiful country. Bhutan is a beautiful place to be. you need to just take care of few things because there are strict rules there. So if any of you want to visit Bhutan, you need to, does anybody want to visit Bhutan first of all, after viewing all these visuals and listening to my experience? Anyone? Okay, Toastmaster Nikhil is there. Toastmaster Ajanta is there. Oh, Toastmaster Akshat is also there. Toastmaster Manvi, yeah. Thank you. Okay, so if you want to visit Bhutan, there are multiple videos on YouTube. However, based on my personal experience, I'll tell you that you need a passport or a, a country permit. Either of one is important to visit Bhutan. Otherwise, you will not be allowed to enter. And once I'd like to also share some pros and cons and like good aspects as well as the bad aspects of my journey that might help you in building your own itinerary for going to Bhutan. So good aspects were the journey was smooth, the buses, the traveling and accommodation was comfortable. However, I would still recommend all of you to select your hotel on your own instead of relying on tour operator or choosing a tour operator that is quite experienced instead of a new one, because we chose a new one and the hotels that they booked for our family, they were not up to the mark, and this was one underwhelming aspect of the trip. Otherwise, it was a great trip. And what else? I didn't talk about the food, right? I got to eat some new dishes. The fruits and everything is same, just like in India. Everything is same in Bhutan also, because most of the products are imported from India to Bhutan. Even the vehicles are transported from uh, our country to Bhutan. The only thing that differs is few aspects of the food. The food is inspired from China, so there is momos, there is noodles. There was a like a Maggie styled noodle dish which goes by the name of veg coca. So I tried it. It was really good. And there is also a culture of drinking soju there. They drink soju and wine also there. Yeah, and yeah, there were lots of handicrafts, but they were also inspired by Buddhism. So you can definitely buy. There was a Hindu temple also in Bhutan that I visited. It was really wonderful seeing a Hindu temple there. There was a Hindu priest in there. So Hinduism is equally respected in Bhutan as Buddhism. But due to larger population respecting Buddhism, so Buddhism is more prominent. But overall, it was great. Okay, so in Bhutan, wise monks and teachers guide people on the path of self-awareness and growth. Here at Toastmasters, we have our evaluators who help us reflect, grow, and become better communicators. Let's now move to the evaluation segment, our path of wisdom and improvement. I'd like to now call our general evaluator, Toastmaster Manvi, and her tag team for the same. So, Toastmaster Manvi, the stage is yours. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Tanmay, for sharing your travel journey and for sharing all those mesmerizing pictures and the video, especially wherein you actually influenced many people in the meeting to go to Bhutan, even if that was not in their wish list. So, thank you so much. Now, being the journal evaluator, I'll be taking over the third session, that is the evaluation session. And to start with, I would like to call upon stage the evaluator of our speaker. Toastmaster Nikhil is the evaluator who will be evaluating Toastmaster Akshat. And he has been introduced while he was doing PO, so I'll not take that opportunity now. And will directly hand over the stage to Toastmaster Nikhil. Nikhil, the stage is all yours.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Manvi. Okay, so this was probably one of the most interesting speeches, projects that I have come across. And who else but Toastmaster Akshat to do justice with this project? Honestly, there was a mix-up from my end with regard to the purpose of the objective of the project. However, by the end of the speech, I can say that the actual objective was very well achieved by Toastmaster Akshat. Some things that really I would really appreciate in this speech was obviously the use of presentation, the way he presented, the way he pitched his idea, and the details in the pitch deck, if you can call it, the presentation, the details that he mentioned was obviously something. I mean, one could see that he has done his research, that he has put in effort in preparing that presentation. It was, and the very topic that he chose, I would say, was a very brave choice because topics like these could make audience could encourage audience to ask a lot of questions. So that is the reason that I call it a very brave choice. And kudos to Toastmaster Akshat for answering all the questions that was put against in a very brief and to the point manner. And he at no point of time he looked out of answers or he looked like he's just going round and round. He was very much onto the point. He was very much addressing the questions as and when they came. The only recommendation, it was actually very hard to find out any recommendations given the level of the project and the way Toastmaster Akshat operated the whole speech. But if I have to recommend something, is one thing would be that probably the time of the pitch, the time of the presentation could have been managed in a better way. So that because as we could see, most of the people were waiting for the presentation to get over to ask questions. And once the presentation got over, there was a flurry of questions. So probably the timing of the presentation could have been managed in a better way so that people could have taken up the stage and asked more questions. And uh, that could have given people to an opportunity to engage in a better way. And probably the overall timing of the speech could have also been managed using that. So there's only one recommendation I have. Other than that, it was a very, very interesting project done in a great manner and one of the I could say magnanimous performances from Toastmaster Akshat yet again and uh, as you know just a little bit of focus on the timing of the presentation and control on timing here and there and this speech would become even. That's it from my side. Over to you, Madam General Advisor.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Nikhil, for sharing your valuable feedbacks for Toastmaster Akshat. Before we move forward, I'll request Toastmaster Tanmay to please stop the screen share. Thank you so much. Now, as we only had one speaker and one evaluator, now we would like to move upon to the Taggle team, and I'll start this time in the reverse order and would like to call upon stage someone who will be testing our listening skills. Toastmaster Ajanta, being the active listener, will be testing us all how attentively we were listening. And I would like to hand over the stage to Toastmaster Ajanta. Toastmaster Ajanta, the stage is all yours.
Hello everyone. So now I would be asking few questions related to today's TMOD and speaker session. And starting with the question. So there was one monastery about the trek who about which Timod Tanmay talked about. So which monastery is this? Anyone? can raise your hands. The monastery that Timot Tanmay talked about, and it is a very famous trek as well in Bhutan. So no one is listening about. I think TM Nikhil knows about that, but he's not saying anything but just smiling.
I'm just actually I heard him talk about it and I'm just not able to recall the name, so that's why I'm laughing. It's just in my
Okay,
mind, but I'm trying to recall it.
no problem. So it is Tiger Nest Monastery, and it is a very famous trek, and I also want to go there once. So now TM Akshat talked about the cloud kitchen, and he was talking about serving various types of khichdis. So what was the quantity of, what was the number of the khichdis that he wanted to put up in his cloud kitchen? Raise your hands, people. Yes, TM Nikhil. Since you were the evaluator of the speech. Okay. So, and who is the ruler of Bhutan? Full name. Anyone here? Yes, TM Akshat.
So very difficult for me to call the full name, but someone with the surname Wangchuk. That
Yeah,
is what
yeah.
I could
Yeah,
recollect.
I also remember just last two parts, but still I was expecting everyone to, maybe anyone remembers, but still that's fine. And
Should I answer?
yeah, sure.
Jigme Khesar Namgel Wangchuk.
Oh, TM Tanmay, thank you. Okay, and now, so this is the very easy one. I hope everyone could guess it. So, which is the religion which is very much prominent in Bhutan? I think people are not present here.
It's Buddhism.
Oh, so TM Alex is saying that it is Buddhism, and you are very right. And the last question, weather of Bhutan is combination of the weather of two cities. Which are those? Timot Tanmay talked about it during the start of the Timot session. Anyone?
Actually, I remember one of it, which is one is Bangalore, other one I forgot.
So other one was in the discussion with guest Ravi. The name he was suggesting.
Munnar, I guess.
Yeah. So Bengaluru and Munnar, these are the two cities whose weather is the combination for Bhutan's weather. So I'm done with my questionnaire. Back to TM Manvi.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Ajanta. I personally was wondering, I do not know even one answer. Was I not listening? But thank you so much for making all of us realize how active we were throughout the meeting with your questions. Now, I would like to go to the next tag team role play, that is the grammarian. And today, our grammarian was Toastmaster Akshat. Toastmaster Akshat, can we have you on stage for your grammarian report, please?
Yes. So thank you, Toastmaster Manvi, for inviting me on stage. So today I could notice at least 3 instances of the usage of the word magnanimous. However, regarding the usage of on the same page, which was the phrase of the day, I couldn't recollect any instances of on the same page. So far as good usages of the word are concerned, I could notice auspicious. I could see Toastmaster Archita raising her eyes. So probably she was the one who used the word on the same page, or probably magnanimous. The the good usage of the word for today was auspicious, which means something that is likely to be successful in future. It's an adjective. Only use auspicious for festivals also, like Diwali is an auspicious day. Then there was this word called York. York is a kind of a cow. It belongs to the cow family. It was used by the team word for today. It's a long-haired, wild, and domesticated ox. So these were two good usages. And there's one word that I think we use as a filler, and that is probably. So probably is good to use sometimes, but if it is too frequent during your speech, it kind of makes you sound tentative. So let's look at using probably only in situations where it requires us to use it. So with that, I'm done with the grammarian report. Over to you, Toastmaster Manvi.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Akshat, for sharing the detailed grammarian report and for sharing how exactly we can improve whenever we speak next time. Now, I would like to go to the next role play, that is the aha counter. And today, our aha counter was Toastmaster Ananya. Toastmaster.
So today I have my report. Starting with the SA of the meeting, Toastmaster Ajanta used 2 hours in the SA introduction. Then Toastmaster Nikhil, as a presiding officer, he used 7 hours and arms. So 1 time. Then our Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Tanmay, used 7 hours and arms and so on. So 3 times. Okay, like twice. Yeah, 3 or 4 times as a filler. In introduction of tag team, Toastmaster Archita used 1 hour. Toastmaster Manvi used 2 souls as a journal evaluator introduction. Then as our speaker, Toastmaster Akshat used in the speech. He used 7 hours in arms and 4 times. That 2 times, so 3 times. 5 times. TTM session, Toastmaster Archita used 6 hours and 2 hands. TTM speakers, Toastmaster Ajanta used 7 hours, so 3 times and 2 times, likewise 3 to 4 times. Guest Maru used 3 hours. Toastmaster Manoj used 2 hours. Toastmaster Manvi used 3 to 4 times. In our evaluation session, Toastmaster Nikhil used 7 hours and so on. Active listener, Toastmaster Ajanta used 4 times, 5 hours and arms. Grammarian Toastmaster Akshat used 2 to 3 times. That's all my report, Toastmaster Manvi.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Ananya, for sharing the detailed report of almost every single speaker today. Now, I would like to call upon stage the timer, Toastmaster Alex, to please share the timing reports as well.
I hope I'm audible.
Yes, you are.
So, Toastmaster Akshat took, in the prepared speech section, Toastmaster Akshat took 18 minutes and 40 seconds. In table topic, Toastmaster Ajanta took 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Our guest Marutesh took 2 minutes and 34 seconds. Our guest Manoj took 2 minutes and 13 seconds. And our Toastmaster Manvi took 2 minutes and 45 seconds. In the evaluation section, Toastmaster Nikhil took 3 minutes and 19 seconds. So that's it from my side. Over to you,
Thank
Toastmaster.
you. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Alex, for sharing the report. Now, I would like to go ahead with the journal evaluators report. As you might have seen, we started 10 minutes late. And if we'll start 10 minutes late, that somewhere or the other decreases the energy of all those who were before time. So I'll request everyone to, whenever we take up the role or even when we want to attend the meeting, to please join in at least 10 to 15 minutes early so that we can start on time and we can end on time, even though we still are on time because it is 6:01 right now, and according to those 10 minutes we can wind it up in upcoming 10 minutes, but still starting is very important. Starting on time is very important. As soon as we started, Toastmaster Ajanta, being the sergeant at arms, started with great energy, wherein she shared the theme of the meeting, along with that all the rules, and even introduced the presiding officer. So thank you so much, Toastmaster Janta, for doing the role beautifully today. Coming to the presiding officer, who was Toastmaster Nikhil. As soon as he came upon stage, he welcomed and introduced the guests. And it was not just about welcoming everyone and introducing them, but it was about keeping the session, keeping that specific part interactive, wherein he actually shared his own relatable stories as well as soon as someone shared their intro or from where they belong to. That is a very that is actually the key point wherein guests actually feel welcomed and they feel that yes, they belong to this specific place. Just a small suggestion, Toastmaster Nikhil. In the start, we had a few people who were not aware of what Toastmasters is, and they were joining in for the very first time today. So while we are doing the presiding officer address, we can share a brief about Toastmasters and about our club so that they even are aware what exactly they are here for and what they'll be getting. Maybe next time we can prepare a small brief and about our club so that they even can attend and they can get energized throughout. Now, coming to the Toastmaster of the Day. How Toastmaster of the Day engaged everyone and even motivated members to be on camera was something that I usually do not see people doing, but today Toastmaster Tanmay did it and kept the theme interactive. That was the main point, wherein he even brought the PPTs, pictures to so that people can relate with it. A small thing that I today witnessed was wherein, due to technical issues, there were not just Toastmaster of the Day, but there were people who were unable to unmute themselves on time, who were not there when they were called upon. So maybe we can be more vigilant whenever we take up a role, and whenever the specific role player is called upon, they should be there in the meeting. Now, coming to some few journal recommendations to improve our meeting. A very basic point that I felt today, people were saying TM, DTM, TM, Nikhil, or maybe there was no DTM today. But whenever we speak, please note we never say TM or DTM. We usually say Toastmaster Nikhil, DTM Alex, but whenever we write, we can write TM and DTM. So this is a very basic point wherein we missed this specific point today. So please keep a note of it. We do not say TM and DTM. Along with that, a few points for the XCOM specifically. I got to know that a few role players were taking the role for the very first time and they were not aware of what exactly they have to speak in their introduction. So maybe we can coordinate with them and share the script, share a brief about how exactly they can perform the role. That will encourage them as well, and they'll be more confident when they'll be on stage. So this is not for the role takers, but for the XCOM to do this specific work before the meeting starts. This majorly was all from my side as the general evaluator. And I'm really sorry I was unable to switch on my camera, due to which I personally witnessed that max of my tag team were off camera. So whenever we take up the role, this is discouraged, and I would like to discourage myself as well. Wherein, if we are taking up a role in a virtual meeting, we should be on camera. So I'll keep a note about it, and I'll request everyone who takes up the role in the upcoming meeting to please note this as well. So this was majorly about the journal evaluation report for today's meeting. Now I would like to hand over the stage to Toastmaster Tanmay for further proceedings. Toastmaster Tanmay. In the meantime, Toastmaster Tanmay is coming back. I would like to request the tech master to please launch the polls if the polls are ready for the table topics, ox roles, and main role players. In the mean, and as soon as I said about launching the poll, I saw Toastmaster Tanmay coming on camera. Toastmaster
Yeah.
Tanmay, the stage is all yours.
Thank you so much, General Evaluator for the day, Toastmaster Manvi, for the wonderful and truly insightful feedback given to all the role players as well as speakers. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, as we come to the end of our storytelling journey through the best of Bhutan, let us pause for a moment and reflect. Bhutan is not the richest country in the world, nor it is the most powerful. But what makes it shine is its wisdom. The wisdom of measuring progress not just in money, but in happiness too. The wisdom of a king who walks with his people, and a nation that chooses to protect its arms, its forests, and traditions as well as culture, even while embracing the modernity and the current trends. So, what is it that we can take away from Bhutan today? That happiness is not a distant goal, but a daily choice. That leadership is not about authority, but about humility and unrelenting and dedicated service. And that the best of any nation or any person lies in their values. Just as Bhutan treasures its mountains, rivers, traditions, I'd like to add one more thing, and that is roads, because the roads were really clean there, and there were dustbins everywhere. May we also treasure our words, our time, and our relationships, and also carry forward the spirit of Bhutan into our own lives. That is, to live with simplicity, joy, and speak with sincerity wherever we go. Thank you all for being a wonderful part of this journey. It was a great time being with all of you. Over to you, Toastmaster Nikhil, the presiding officer for the day.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Tanmay, for carrying this meeting on your shoulders and sharing your insights, your experiences, those beautiful photos and videos, and make us all crave to visit Bhutan. Thank you so much for taking up this role and making this making this meeting special for all of us. At the same time, I would like to thank Toastmaster Manvi, General Evaluator for today, for your uh, detailed feedback, for your recommendations, and we'll try to work on these on the recommendations that you suggested. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Ajanta, Toastmaster Ananya, Toastmaster Akshat, Toastmaster Akshita, Toastmaster Alex for taking up the roles. And since there were quite a few backouts just before this meeting, you all stepped in um, and helped me in conducting this meeting in such a smooth manner. So I would like to take this moment to thank you all. And once again, Toastmaster Akshal's speech, it was one of the finest projects that I came across, and I really enjoyed it. And hopefully, we'll get to witness more such speeches from you, Toastmaster Akshat. And the polls are being launched. Please vote as quickly as you can because we are already running out of time. And probably, Toastmaster Mandi, do we have the certificates? Because I guess probably we can share them later in case we were not prepared because we are already late.
We can announce the winners and share the certificates over WhatsApp groups. That would work.
Yes, yes, sure, sure. So I'm just waiting for the polls to end so that we can announce. So in the meantime, we had only one prepared speaker for today. So obviously, the award for best speaker goes to Toastmaster Akshat, no guesses. And we had only one evaluator, so we'll skip that. And speaking of of the auxiliary role players and liner role player, I'm waiting for the results to announce the same. In the meantime, anyone of you who's to take up a role for the next meeting? Toastmaster Janta, I'm still waiting for the icebreaker speech. When can we expect it?
Not planned yet. I am very busy
Sorry?
with the work. I have not yet planned the icebreaker. So I am thinking of writing it, but I am just like not even up to the midway. So I don't know. And this the past month and coming month, I would be kind of very busy with the work. So, but I tried to discuss with TM Jatit. We were discussing initially, but then it got broke. And like it's been 2 to 3 weeks, we have not yet talked about it. So I will start. Okay.
Anyway, we can at least you should finish it that then only you can deliver it. So I would
Mm,
encourage you to please deliver it because we'll be having international speech contest sometime in January probably. So for
okay.
that one will have to complete level 2 levels at least to participate.
Okay.
So it would be really good so that more of I mean more the number of contestants, more the quality of the contest itself will be. So for
Okay.
that you will
I'll
have to
try to do
deliver
it faster.
yes, yes. And in case you need any help, you can reach out to. There are so many people. You can reach out to Toastmaster Akshat. You can reach out to Akshita. Right? You can reach out to me, obviously. So just let us know. And Toastmaster Alex, you also have the same thing. And we can, although I would connect with you, Toastmaster Alex, since it's been some time we connected. So I will connect with you and we'll discuss I mean, first of all, I would like to request everyone to please give an applause for Toastmaster Alex. This was the first time he took a role, and honestly, it didn't require a lot of convincing. He took it up in a very sporting manner, and I believe he did a very good job with today's timer role. So congratulations, Toastmaster Alex. You have finally started your road journey as well. And I'm hoping that very soon you'll be starting your speaker journey as well.
Thank you, Toastmaster Nikhil.
All right. And post this, we'll connect over a quick call. And we had a discussion that we paused midway yesterday. So we'll continue that. Uh, Toastmaster Manvi, do we have the results?
Yes, Toastmaster Nikhil, I sent it over WhatsApp. I'll request you to please go through it.
Okay, so I'll quickly announce the results and we'll share the certificates over WhatsApp in the interest of time. So, so the best table topic speaker award goes to Toastmaster Manoj. Best auxiliary role player award goes to Toastmaster Ajanta, and best Lionheart role player award goes to Toastmaster Manvi. And with that, I would like to hand over the stage back to Toastmaster Ajanta to officially close this meeting.
Thank you everyone for attending the meeting, and it was a great session. The team mod and speaker Toastmaster Akshay. And the meeting is adjourned officially. We can stop the recording.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ajanta.